Hey guys, this is Will again. Just response for our Module 2 discussion. First thing before we start off, with the responses, I was going to say, thinking about, our project and stuff, and, you know, definitely, when we do this program and all this things like that, I think it would help out a lot, definitely with the students, working with them together and having different perspectives. I feel like, one of the biggest issues today is, with white privilege, there's a little bit of racism still going on. So I feel like having these perspectives and having the UNCW students meet and talk about these serious issues will be a giant leap for the future. And I'm really, I don't know, we're talking about, we're theorizing this program and stuff. Maybe we should, maybe push forward and maybe do something like this, as a class or doing something. That would be a really big social justice topic. I was just thinking about that, reading, looking at all the great ideas everyone was posting earlier today. Um, First things first, I was going to talk about, what you guys were doing in your responses. Donovan, I really liked your idea. You're talking about, the readings and stuff. I'm talking about how, one of the things that hit you was like the Waking Up White article, and how you felt sometimes when you were, like how, like in that story, like you as waking up as African American, you felt different than the other ethnicities because you had to feel like you had to work harder and strive harder because of certain things. And I feel like that still happens today, which is I don't think is right and everything. And I'm just glad that you brought your perspective through when your personal experience in high school and stuff just to talk about that. And I think personally, there's a lot of steps to move forward, so we don't have to deal with this type of situation. Next person was, with Hannah. I remember you talking about earlier about also it's very similar to what Waking Up White was with kids with like history, like figures that they see as a child. You know, you were talking about how the girl who wrote a letter about how why is Santa white and stuff, why can't he be black and all that type of stuff, and it's very interesting. It's a very interesting point. Like why is this character who people, if you actually look at the history, he's technically Turkish. Why is he a white fair skinned person instead of like a someone who's Middle Eastern looking or someone who's black, something like that. It's a good point that look at society today. It is a little bit of white privilege, which is people can say it's wrong. Um, Looking through all the program ideas, there's a lot of good ideas. Chance, you had a really good idea with the 5K run. I really like that a lot. It's kind of like what you were talking about earlier, which we both went through, and I think and Donovan went through too, is the game of life. Definitely, you put on like this, you give someone a certain demographic, and they have to run with this weight because it shows it's pretty much a physical showing of how these people have to go, what they have to go through just to succeed in finishing a task. And I feel like it's something as simple as running 3 miles. You see how much harder some people have to go through just to run those 3 miles. I really like that idea, and I know for Dolores, I know you were talking about the movie Crash. I thought it was a great movie, a movie that people would be very interested in. It's very, film wise, is very good, but just the message it sends and it shows people the different perspectives. I thought that's a really good idea to use that as a great tool for education and learning. I've watched it once. And it was, it really showed you like perspective that I didn't really know because I'm very, I would say a plain normal person who not plain normal person, but like I never really had to go through this type of situation. So seeing this perspective, it helped me out a lot personally. Um, Last but not least, I know a lot of everyone talked about their social media. Social media is definitely a big tool we're all talking about in our things. And yes, because we always talk about social media, but I think that's a really good tool to use. There's so many different resources we can use with that. Why it isn't being used. That's why I look at it's probably a good idea to definitely look into it. I like there's so many Twitter handles you can use to make sure things would work out. Um, and I really liked the idea Chance had with the Disney Princess idea you had. That was really good and stuff. I really like that. There's a lot of good ideas that I saw you got the group had. Using the Twitter handles, using Facebook, using LinkedIn, Instagram, using all that stuff. They're here for a reason, and we need to use them. And if we use them and get them out to the students, they'll be more aware of what's going on, and they'll be more aware to come to programs and events and stuff like that. Well, guys, thank you so much for your videos, and I'm looking forward to hearing the response about myself and everything like that. So thank you guys so much. Hope you guys have all a good day.